Three,
I forget
two.
myself.
Oh, yeah, we were just talking here backstage. I've got the great, the one, the only Mark Trueack from Unitopia, from United Progressive Fraternity. He's got a brand new solo album that just came out Friday, right, Mark?
Yeah.
There it is. Let me look at. I'm gonna make you big, Kevin, because I want the boys and girls to see this fantastic Ed Unitsky artwork. The album is called Journey's Groove, An Adventure in Life. It's available now on what is it?
Oob Records, Out of the Box Records there with Kathy Keller. And by the way, I've got to tell you, big surprise for me today was that I got the album. It arrived. It only took a couple of weeks.
All right.
Look, hang on.
Yeah, I want to see it. Let's see it. Here it is in all its glory. The new Mark Trueack album. Look at that. The great Ed Unitsky. You know, that guy's awesome. I love his artwork, by the way.
Oh, look, we're big brothers. We talk behind the scenes a lot. We've been working together for many years, whether it's Unitopia or whether it's UPF, or he's done my last two solo, and he'll be doing the third one, Breaking Down the Barriers, which is one of the tracks that I've just started working on. You'll hear a bit of that tonight, as in that I'm going to sing it live.
Yeah, we're going to have some live performance here. It's the PROG Corner Unplugged. This is our debut episode, and I'm feeling just a tad bit under the weather today. Not feeling great, so I apologize if I'm a little bit low energy today. It happens, but I've got Mark Trueack in the house. Unitopia, Seven Chambers came out a couple years ago. One of my favorite albums. What was that, 2023, Mark?
Yep.
Oh, such a great album. You got the lineup on this album is ridiculous. If you haven't heard it, you need to check it out. But you know, besides doing Unitopia and the solo stuff, this cat's been busy with United Progressive Fraternity too. And I got a real soft spot for these two Planetary Overload albums. Part one called Loss, again with the great Ed Unitsky artwork, and part two, which is even better, oh man, called Hope. So good. But we want to talk a little bit about the brand new album that you just dropped. And what were you thinking when you were writing the songs? What was your mind state here? Is it just like Unitopia, but with a different nameplate, or were you going for something a little different here?
Well, good question, Scott. I think when I started writing this, I actually went to, because I wanted Sean to be the engineer and arranger, you know, based on what I come up with and what he comes back to me with and I'm happy with and so forth. But it was like, I said to him, I want to do, my father's just passed, and, you know, this was what, 3-4 years ago. And I said, I want to do, he was writing his memoir, and he's got a memoir. It's quite this thick of his life story. And I thought, I think that for me, I like the idea of that, but I just think it's doing it, writing it down, for me, because I love music, I thought, why don't I, you know, do a little snapshot of my life in music? And I thought, I said to Sean, I want to do something like, you know, a little bit of that Steely Dan's type feel, a little bit of that, and a bit of world, a bit of soul. And I just wanted to do a variety of styles just to see how the vocal would work with it. And it seemed to have a nice sort of interesting sound, so different to Unitopia, which is what I wanted to try to achieve, you know, get not so much getting away from it, but just doing something that I, you know, experimenting with different ideas. I mean, that's basically what every musician likes to do, well, most anyway.
Well, especially when you're doing a solo album, that's the perfect time to really spread your wings and try some different things. Because if you're doing something that Sean doesn't like, right? Or that Stephen Unruh's like, oh man, that's terrible. You might listen to him in the context of a Unitopia recording, but this is your solo album. You can do whatever you want, right? Or did they chime in and say, you should try doing it like this, or you should try doing it like that, or did they give you like free reign, being your album?
Yeah, well, it's my, as Sean said, because I'm always guided by him. We're like real true brothers. He falls back on me and I fall back on him in so many different things. So, getting back together and writing music, and then obviously with Unitopia and John and Steve and Chester and Don, it's like, we're all at that age where we're starting to sort of, probably from my perspective, develop something new, because I've not been doing this for very long, Scott. I mean, apart from doing a few cover bands, I think I was started around about 47. So, I mean, I didn't even really realize that I actually had an okay voice. And it was like people coming back to me and saying, and giving me that feedback, and I think, they're pissing in my pocket. Do you know what I mean? It's like I was never very confident in that respect. I was confident as a person, but not musically, because I started late. So Sean was my guiding light. And when we get together, it's like he draws from me as I draw from him. I mean, it's like all the musicians that I work with, whether it's Chris LeBled or Steve Unruh or Matt Williams or Sean Timms, I can virtually do anything to what they give me as an arrangement. Any arrangement that I see on YouTube, I can sit with it and actually write lyrics and add melodies and do all sorts of things, as you'll hear.
Hey, Mark, we've got comments going on in the peanut gallery. I always keep track of what the good little cats and kittens are talking about during the live stream. And there's a little side conversation going on between Ian and Zeb. Zeb, the great Norwegian prog fan. I'm actually shocked and surprised that he doesn't know Unitopia. So he's asking Ian, what's the best place to start in the Unitopia discography? Do you have an opinion on that?
Well, I think, I love the Garden, but I think Tesla is, to me, is really, to me, is the I think so beautifully arranged by Sean, and the musicians playing with us, Matt Williams and so forth. And I thought, and when you hear the remastered version of this, you'll be blown away. It's incredible. But I would go with Artificial. The Garden is super popular, but that's my opinion. But like, if I talk right now, I'd say all of the new album that we've just finished, well, nearly finished, and the brand new song for the box set. To me, these songs are another level. So there's something for you to look forward to.
I can't wait. I've been a big fan since Artificial. I just was going through one day looking for, new prog, and that album cover just got me. I had to hear that music, because that album cover for Artificial is so great. I can't wait to hear the remaster of that and vinyl reissue, right?
Well, that's between Mark and Sean. I'm not involved. So
I'll ask Mark, see what's going on.
I mean, but there's been nothing said. I haven't heard anything anyway.
Artificial is a great place to start. The Garden, and of course the latest one, 7 Chambers. You can't go wrong with any of those. Absolutely. Now, for those even who have never heard,
Covered Mirror has been one of our. It's still selling right now. I mean, it's 2011 or 12, and it still sells
because people know all those songs.
Yes, and look, it's it is a nice album. Many people have asked us, are we going to do a volume 2? And
I kind of was expecting a volume 2 by now.
Yeah, well, it was certainly on the radar, but we haven't really spoke about it. And and it would be the great thing of if we did do it, it would be like a decision by all 6 members to what would go on it, and that would be the best solution. Just very similar, by the way, and the heads up is the new album is called Spark.
Oh,
and
is this a scoop, Mark? I haven't heard that before.
Yeah, Spark. And it's well, at the moment it's 5 songs, but it will be 6 soon. We're just waiting on Chester because he's had some engineering problems and not been able to lay down the final track. So when he's finished his tour with Neil, I think he'll be getting stuck into it. We're not rushing because we want to take our time and have this really perfectly done, and the artwork will be done as well. We're not sure 100% yet who will do the artwork, even though it's always been Ed. It's with amongst the guys. I would prefer Ed before myself, but I say, well, the majority wins. Whoever wants to say whichever, whether it's Peter Lazar, who's a great artist, and Ed, they're both different styles. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, look, I'm very excited about the new project. I think it's really exciting. The 7 Deadly Sins should be all mastered by the end of, I'd say, the way we're going, the end of this month, which is, as I may have told you, it's like how can I say, it's very metalish.
Oh.
Can I play you a sneak preview of it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Let's play some music, huh? I mean,
sure, why not?
Where are we? Here we are.
There we go.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, now I hear it.
Tell my goodness, my mind rejects each day. I release myself to wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and lack of any telling about myself. It strikes a chord. One state that gives rise to more. An absence of any feeling of this world I live. For the people in it, I don't care. Don't wanna give. Don't care for its day-to-day provisions.
I think we get a little taste of it. We can't hear it great, but
All right.
that sounds awesome, though.
Yeah, well, obviously it sounds really good when you hear it, and it's full
I
complexity.
can't wait to hear it. That sounds awesome. Yeah. Hey, we got a new member. Oh, Jake. Jake Hudson, welcome to the team. I appreciate it. Yes, indeed. The people are wondering if we're going to be talking about our dearly beloved Wayne. We're going to talk about Wayne today. As some of you may know, my original co-host on the Sunday Live Prog stream apparently is taking a little break from me. Kevin, can you understand that, wanting to take a break from me? I know my wife wants to on a regular basis, so I guess I understand.
I guess he did a video. I haven't had a chance to watch it, so I really don't know what the break's for, but I guess I need to go watch the video.
Well, he did not contact me before he shot the video, so I actually watched the first couple minutes of it. I'm going to watch it a little bit at a time because it's, it's kind of emotional, I don't know. I don't like endings, but Wayne, you're always welcome back to the Prog Corner whenever you want, because I need somebody to tell they're dead wrong every week, right? I mean, I'm going to miss that, but so Kevin, you might have some announcements you want to make before we get deep into the Mark Trueack music scene, right?
Yeah.
Hey, get that word right. Trueack.
I do it all the time. I'm sorry, man. That's like Trueack. It's Trueack. I apologize.
That's because they go Mark Trueack.
There you go. If I say
well done, my brother. I can always rely on you.
Yeah, Kevin's the professional here. I'm the clown.
Yes. It's like Abbott and Costello.
Correct.
You got to have a straight man.
Yeah,
I figure if Wayne's abandoning you, this might be a good time for me to abandon you too, Scott.
Yeah.
So some of the people at Prog Radio have heard bits and pieces, but I'm for all intents and purposes retired. I mean, I'm not far. By the way, we should say happy birthday to Mark. He just turned 70. 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, so happy birthday to you, Mark, the big 7-0. It's a big one.
Crazy.
I'm 66, so I'm not far behind. And in my mind, I was retired, but I had a good friend of mine who is a successful property manager guy, has properties all over the place, and he reached out to me and said, hey, can you come help? I've got a property that needs some attention. So he convinced me to come out of retirement, move from sunny Tampa, Florida. I've been in the sunshine, either Southern California or Florida, the last 30 years. And moved to, of all places, the Tetons in Idaho.
Well, yes.
And I'm going to be managing.
I'm going to make that image big. Look at that. You're making me jealous.
Yeah. I'm going to be heading up there to help manage a 18-hole championship golf course by Byron Nelson, lodge, restaurant, horseback riding. I mean, just tons of stuff. It's going to be a big job. But, oh, my gosh, I was up there recently, and it is so beautiful. And again, after 30 years of sunshine, I think I'm ready for maybe getting back, because I grew up in the Rocky Mountains. So I'll head back there, get back to the
nature,
snow,
buddy.
Get back to nature, and, one last hurrah on me. So I am excited for this challenge to move up there and do that. But obviously people wonder, well, what does that mean for Prog Radio? Well, we're going to brand it as coming to you live from the Tetons in Idaho is Prog Radio. So Prog Radio is not going anywhere. I've already lined things up to make sure that we've got some great continuation. So it's not going anywhere. Don't anybody worry. But I'm going to be super busy, which means I will step away from a few of the things I've been able to do, which is as much time on the Prog Corner live Sunday stream. So I'll still be here now and again, certainly. But I probably won't be here as regularly because I'm going to be super busy.
Yeah, and change is good. Change is what keeps things interesting. And
changing places.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yourself to the ground.
Trevor Rabin knows what it's about.
Yeah,
he sure does.
But
my dream is to one day have a Prog festival up there, because we got the lodging, we got the venue, we get up there.
Well, hurry up, because I'm not going to be around for too much longer.
And we've spent all this time commiserating about losing our loved ones, losing our beloved Wayne. Pocket full of heap, no longer part of the show. Makes me want to cry a little bit. Kevin's taken, a step backwards a little bit. He's got, this giant resort he's got to run in the Grand Tetons. And it does sound way cooler live from the Grand Tetons than it does live from Ybor City, just to say. But, it's making me feel a little bit lonely. The Sunday Prog stream is
all right, Scott. It's all right. I'll look after you, mate.
There you go. Thank you. I'm going to be lonely here.
It's all right, buddy. I'll be here.
But, we were talking about Wayne, talking about Kevin, but the one thing we didn't talk about was John Lodge.
Yeah, what a
that's
sad,
sad one.
thing.
Some hit you harder than others. That one.
Yeah.
is a
And
hard
when
one
you
for
when
me.
you also consider that he's been touring extensively,
Yeah.
with John Davison as well, and
Yeah.
His son-in-law.
because the connection with he's going with I think he's married his daughter.
Yeah,
So
Emily and John got married. Like 6 months ago, I think, maybe a year ago.
yeah, so it's super shock, and even with Diane Keaton, she always looked really healthy.
Yeah.
That is a real shock.
I talked to Alan Hewitt, his band leader, because I just saw him last year, John, and he was looking great, and John Davidson was doing the singing. And so I just talked to Alan. He talked to him 2 days ago and said he was great. So it's a little bit, I mean, obviously it's expected on one hand because you're getting older, but on the other hand, it was kind of unexpected. So, but the Moody Blues, man, we got one.
Yeah, one of my all-time favorites. Look, I like certain phases that they went through. I mean, all the albums were different, and even the last one with Michael Pinder, Octave, I thought there was a song, it's like Songs of the Wood. It was a very beautiful song, and it's one of those albums that sort of got lost because Michael Pinder pulled the pin, and then the next thing you hear, Patrick Moraz has joined the Moody Blues, and away they go, and they're off again in a different style, a whole new sound.
Totally.
So
different.
there was so many beautiful moments through the Moody Blues career. There's no doubt about it. And Justin Hayward is a beautiful singer.
Yeah. One of my favorite
did that
singers
Blue
of all
Jays
time.
album together, and I'll tell you, one of the most beautiful album you're ever going to hear is that Blue Jays album that John and Justin did.
Great.
Yes,
Absolutely, this orchestration in that is amazing.
Yeah.
I guess Mike Pinder was supposed to be part of that originally.
Oh,
And he had other things going on.
I know it was during a break when they made it.
Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful album.
Hey, Mark, Ken L is telling you that The Garden is his favorite epic of the 21st century.
Wow. That's a big statement.
It's a great epic.
And he knows his stuff. Ken L's on here all the time. He's got a very, very vast knowledge of the prog rock stuff.
Well, I will tell you this, that of the 6 songs, 2 of them are epics, and I can't pull these 2 apart. One's written by Sean and one's written by Steve, and
kind of like Seven Chambers with Helen and
very similar. But the difference is there's styles of different styles in the music. Yes.
I love Stephen Unruh. I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm an unabashed fanboy.
Well, he plays on this album. He plays guitar on. Can I play a little bit of some of the tracks?
Yeah, go for it.
I've got it actually ready. Just bear with me. So this one, which was for 1969. One Small Step. Okay. Now, this is being played on radios around the world because I'm getting messages with regards to it. So,
The day the earth stood still, we stopped and listened to the call.
That's that voice we love.
On this earth, cultures came together, stood so tall. The changing world,
a changing time.
one small
Step for man,
one small step.
step for mankind.
Man is walking on the moon. amazing, it's historical. Everyone, everywhere, watched in awe. An event, it was so spiritual. Lead up to the big day, when the man in the moon would say, take one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
That sounds good, Mark.
These were the words that blew my mind. Those words in my head, I wanted to find a changing world. It's amazing. This space, this race, this earth gives. As we know, we watch the stars at night as they sparkle. This was an amazing sight.
That's Steve. That's Steve on guitar.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah, I was wondering if that was Stephen Unruh, because Dr. Johnny's not on your new album, is he?
No, he's not. No, but it was planned that he did, but he's been so busy, like all sorts of different types of stuff. But
he's a busy guy. He's like an actual doctor. So,
well, he is, but he's retired. He's retired, but he's got some projects going on behind the scenes, and that ties him up. And plus, he's building a brand new studio out in his property out at Clare, in the Clare Valley, which is where all the beautiful wines are.
Yeah.
He's busy, and he does a lot of traveling. Goes back to England to see his family there, and so he does lead it. But he's working on his third album.
His last one was great.
That's awesome, yeah.
All of it. All of it. The two albums, they're brilliant.
I haven't heard the first one.
When you hear, I'm just gonna. Okay, you're going to get a much lesser. It'll be like a little flash of something. This is something that John has written, which is called Christmas Present, and it's a 12-minute piece. This is for the new Unitopia, and I rate this as one of the most. It's really making his writing is bringing out the best in us, as we're doing that for him as well. But we've all written these songs. Have a listen, a little bit of this.
Okay.
Carpets all outside my lighted windows. A lonely fox cow's creeping across the view. A fine old pine stand shining in the corner, with presents nestled there for you know who. The hampers fresh arrived today from Fortnum's.
Okay, that's all you get.
Okay, that's good. That sounds awesome.
It's like you would almost say little elements of Jethro Tull. When you hear the whole thing, you'll hear Genesis crisscrossing in and out of this folky Jethro Tull-y, early Jethro Tull sort of feel. And this is John's writing, and it was a challenge when I first heard it. When I thought, what does he want me to do on this? And we discussed it, and he said, he goes, you know, find the bits that you want to do. And I just said, okay. And then when I went to Australia, I hadn't rehearsed it or anything, and I went into the studio with Sean, and I just basically did what he thought would work, and it did. And then you've got this crisscrossing with Steve and John singing as well. So it's like we've got the whole vocal arrangement going on with all four of us.
Oh, nice.
Obviously, Don's not singing, but it's really different, you know. Christmas Present, what we wanted to do is actually release Christmas Present before Christmas as a sort of a promo single. But we haven't all sat down. We just want Chester to finish everything first, and then we'll go down that path and we'll see what we'll do. But each song is different from one another. That's what makes it a really good album, where you're getting this variety, which we try to do. We try to do a lot of that variety. I think Seven Chambers was more very generic in the respects that its concept was about, you know, health in general, whereas this album is from ideas, hence the name Spark. So it's each musician writing a song each.
So a little less,
White album.
not as tight a concept like Seven Chambers, which really felt on point. I mean, from start to finish, it felt like a unified theme. It felt like
Spark. Spark will do the same thing, but the difference is that the variations of different styles. You know, here's what I wrote. This is obviously because of where I live. This is called Women of Thailand.
Oh, cool.
In the heart of golden temples, where the rivers gently flow, there's a spirit strong and...
What was that?
Stevie on that violin.
Yes. Now, I've given you a snippet of a little couple of things. Just on that, the
Nice.
way that came out was that I wanted to write something about what I'm already involved with my new project, about Thailand. And just because I live with 8 women here, feels like I've got a harem, but it's not really like that. But what I'm getting at is that each of them work their butts off, and they're very inspiring with what they do here, and the amount of money they get back is shit.
I'll tell you what's inspiring, Mark. Some of the pictures of the food that you guys were serving up there in Thailand. Man, those women know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, they sure do. But just writing a story, and then I said I want to do something more with Mr. Dave Borchardt, who's obviously on the album as well. He arranged the Running Away track, which is really he came up with the arrangement, and I wrote the lyrics and the melody idea that I thought would work, and then I thought, I want to do this next project, Breaking Down the Barriers. And so I wanted to do Women of Thailand, but I've changed that for my project, Sisters of Thailand. Okay. So that'll be different again to this one. and have a different story. But what I'm trying to get at is that, working with many people to get the best out of what I want to try to achieve with the songs is always the motive, and to enjoy the experience. I mean, at the end of the day, working with many musicians around the world, you get to hear so many different styles.
Yeah. How many musicians were on this album, Mark?
Well, there's
Like
about 45 or something like that.
45?
Over the whole lot, I think it was 100 between the two albums.
Yeah.
So, playing with Sean has taught me many, many things. So, as I said, he's been my mentor. But Steve and even Matt Williams, I learned from them as well. And for me to Steve says, look, here's a program, use this, here's the simplicities of it, how to use it, and hence why I can record and do all of my own music. I might grab an arrangement which I've got online, and I might use that as a backing idea, and then get Sean to extract my vocals with all those melodies and plonk it into an arrangement that I want. And that's what we're doing. It's so quick for me to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I've had a few people asking me, Mark, about, you came onto the scene relatively late, but you must have been listening to some music all through your life. What were some of the influences? I mean, somebody automatically assumed Peter Gabriel was one. Probably not a bad guess.
Well, I like, look, that story is a different story. But what I really got into early, I was listening to and trying to get into the first two Pink Floyd albums. And that sort of sound interested me, but it didn't have the sonics that I was looking for. And then, obviously, as we went into the early 70s, and then the Yes album came out, and I went, wow, I like this. And then I went back and I thought, what else have they got? So I went and bought the first two albums, and then I started. That was the process of me learning about this style of music. And then I went, wonder what else is out there. And then I'm finding things like Weather Report and Return to Forever, which I really love, and that, Chick Corea and Herbie Hancock. And I was really getting into that. But my most favorite, most influenced guy of all the guys is John Martin. Do you know him? Do you know him, Scott?
John Madden? He's a football coach.
No, John Martin.
Oh, John Martin. Yeah, I saw him live. He opened for Yes one time when I saw Yes back in the 70s. That was my first introduction. He's so great.
John Martin was one of the greatest songwriters, and his style. He played with David Gilmour quite a bit, and he played with Phil Collins. In fact, Phil Collins produced probably 3 of his albums, plus he's appeared on probably 5. And they were really close friends, and David Gilmour, all close friends. During the bad time of breaking up marriages, Phil Collins, John Martin, and David Gilmour were going through changes of partners. Polly came on board, but there was the breakup, and they were all together during that time. So they had some pretty amazing times, I believe. But that's my biggest influence. Yes, Genesis was always one of my favorites, and I got right into them, and I followed Peter right from the beginning. So it was easy for me to have a transition of him going from Genesis to his style that he created, which kept evolving, which I love so much. I mean, the last album, I just absolutely best album he's done by a long shot. And I know So was very popular as a Grammy Award winner, and I sold it when I was at EMI Virgin, so I know how big that was. But I.O. to me is from a listening point of view, I haven't stopped playing that album. I play it all the time.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, honestly, has Peter ever put out a bad record?
No,
Answer's no.
never.
I'll just stop you there. The answer's
No,
no.
but there are albums that the past albums, you might have 4 really, really good songs that you want to hear again, and then the others are really good, but they're not as good, if you know what I'm saying. Whereas I love every song. I just love the stories. I love the whole arrangement set up. It's just incredible.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Did you get a chance to see him on the IO tour?
No, unfortunately, no, because I live in Thailand.
If people want to hear a nice cover of a Genesis song, it's your version of Silent Sun. I think it's awesome.
Nice.
Well, funny you should say that. Watch this space for more.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Well, a couple things before we keep going with the show here. Some people have been asking, Kevin, they're asking why I'm drinking the tea and not the Mountain
Dew. Instead of the Dew.
You know, I'm under the weather when I'm not drinking the Dew. You know, I just can't. I can't do it right now.
Well, I tell you, if you're under the weather, Scott,
I'm angry with you. Get away from me! I thought you were going to sing some songs.
No, the best thing for you, if you're not feeling real good, is black currant and lemon and a little bit of honey.
Okay. I'll try that. I have no idea what black currant is.
Full of vitamin C. It's just absolutely. It's like having ODing on when you have that black currant juice. It's dinky dye.
Yeah, something like that. And Scott McRae, I don't think it's that Wayne's from Alberta. You know, Alberta being the most conservative of the Canadian provinces. I don't think that had anything to do with it, because I don't think Wayne and I ever once talked politics. Unlike Kevin and I, who have, and we've come to fisticuffs many times, or I just want to knock his block off. You're so
Wayne.
wrong, and then he tells me I'm wrong, and I tell him he's wrong, and then at the end of the day, we're like, you know what? We're probably both wrong.
No, you're wrong.
Exactly.
I have talked to Wayne a little bit about politics.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I came to Thailand to get away from politics.
Yeah, that's what I come to the PROG Corner to get away from it.
That's right. That's right. God save the King of Thailand. I'll do a special outro today where we are going to bless the King of Thailand, because to do anything less is against the law in Thailand.
You better get bigger snakes too.
Yeah, you need some big snakes there.
Have you been looking at my bathroom window? Thanks a lot, Kevin. God. Looking at my stuff.
Just so everybody knows, we are live from Thailand. This is great. What time is it over there, Mike?
Okay, so here it's 10:39
p.m.
That's crazy.
And it's you know, I've been working on ideas, and it's really interesting that, you know, when I find the one that I really think, now there's the basic idea. Who and what will I make lift that to that sort of soulful sound? So I've written this new track called Careless, and it's just focusing on obviously humans come unstuck. We all come unstuck, and we become careless, and we don't have that attention to detail sometimes where we should, and you know, we're lazy, and you know, we do that. So I thought this was a good subject matter. So I've made it into a very soulful type arrangement where it's I'm expecting some really bluesy style slide guitar in it, but with some progression with the beat. The beat at the moment is just a basic cruisy beat. I mean, it really flows along. So I at some point I can sing this live for you And if you want to hear it,
that's what this is all about. We're going to be getting ourselves an actual live performance. So that was kind of the whole idea. This, whatever you want to do.
I do play guitar, but not like I'm not a
awesome.
proficient guitarist, and I do play some piano. And if I had a piano here, I would play. Impromptu stuff. I would just basically make it up as I go along. And this is what you do when you find an arrangement sometimes. You just throw words in and you find a melody idea and you do that. And that's what makes it a lot of fun when you go, shit, that worked. Right. Oh, my God.
I was on the phone with real you.
Funny. What's that?
I was on the phone with you when you were working through that Homo Sapiens song from J.P.
Oh, yes.
So I'm on the phone with him, and he's like, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll go this way. And he's singing on the phone which way he's going to go.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that gets me, and it still ceases to amaze me, and I'm still pinching myself that I'm 70 years old. And I'm still getting used to it. But what I'm getting at is that I look at my age, and I'm still finding things that I can do, which I never thought I could do. And I'm reaching heights and all sorts of different things. So anyway, look, I thought that by doing something, and part of the concept of breaking down the barriers, like tradition, we all as human beings have traditions of whatever it may be. Americans have their own traditions. Thai people have their traditions. So what got me sparked on that, a whole idea is that the alphabet is 24 in English, but in Thailand it's 44. Oh, so we're talking. So if I do a translate from English to Thai, it's missing half of the information because their letters are different. So some of them are the same, but they're different. But so we've got this problem right across the planet. One of the biggest problems that we have is that people become frustrated, and to the point sometimes they become racial. And that's where we need to break down these barriers. We need to be a little bit more communicative and very transparent and open to all of each other, and not actually, turn it into a big jolly issue. We need to come to grips with, we're all different. We've all got different ways of doing things. So tradition is one, and learning languages is another song. And, and there's from drowning to dreams, which is about disaster in countries of the world where people have their dreams absolutely thrown into chaos. And we all face it.
There's a fly in here.
Yeah, well,
he's driving me crazy.
Yeah, but he might have been a part of one of the band.
Yeah, he wants to be. He's just a fly on the wall. He's trying to hang out. What's going on?
Yeah, he was with
language, religion, so many different things can separate us. But the one thing that can keep us together, that can bring us together, that will always unite us, it's music. And that's what
music is the doctor. Music is the doctor, my friend.
So we're ready for some.
Let's hear it.
All right. Well, let's see if I can make this work, because if I can
it's your gig, Mark. You do whatever you want.
No, I'm just saying, as far as the coming through from the sound, are you hearing me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, you sounded good when you were singing along with the track.
Oh, good. So you can hear that. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. That's good. Just bear with me.
We'll make it work.
Okay. Tradition.
Ian just had to correct you. I had a feeling you were wrong.
Yeah.
I had a feeling they were 26.
Sorry, 26. Yeah, that was a slip. Sorry. Maybe there's two less here in England.
Check Z and X. Who uses those?
Go. You don't need them. Worthless letters.
Yes. Okay. Now here we go. Let's see if this works. careless. We tend to be a little sensitive when things that mean so much. There are times we make mistakes. We're falling out of touch. This world, it teaches us, oh, the balance to love and give. It seems that everything is lost. Who will take the initiative? Don't be so complacent. We've seemed to lost our way. Our interaction gets confused. We're lost for words to say. And how can I tell you if you don't know what I'm saying? Yeah. But sometimes we get careless. We leave things all undone. Who is the winner? Who's the loser? What have we become? Can anybody tell me why? Why is that complicated? Can anybody tell me why? Oh, I've become so frustrated. Complicated, complicated, frustrated, frustrated. We live in a world that blesses with so much we embrace. So many cultures with their complex societies that we trace. Living in a racial world, sadness in our eyes, our tears flood. And in the end, there's so much to do. We're all flesh and blood. We are who we are, don't blame us. Just make our world stronger and share what we have. So that's what I've arranged so far.
Awesome. Oh,
That's amazing, Mark.
wow, wow, wow.
I mean, the average singer would never do that in a million years.
No.
Go on basically a Zoom call, and your voice sounds amazing. That's just impressive.
It is because when you're on these Zoom calls or StreamYard or whatever you're doing, come on, let's face it, the audio's not going to be great. But here he goes. He's doing it, making it happen, putting himself out there, doing it live, and it sounded absolutely amazing. And I don't know.
Can you imagine? You're just hearing the basic platform, right? And so you can imagine there could be once the rest of the accompaniment comes in. I'm going to lift it to another level with a really nice this blues, like almost like Gilmore-ish type thing,
Yeah, Gilmore blues.
So it's it will be a part of the whole concept of the album, of course, but it will be once again one of those different types of songs, but still quite arty, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, cool. So what's okay? The album's out. What's your next move now? We talked about a new Unitopia album. We talked about your solo album. What are you going to do tomorrow when you wake up? What's your next move?
Well, Scott, you would not believe this, but you get to this point in your life and your body starts to fail. So I've got a back problem it's as big as Ben-Hur, but at the end of the day, if I don't keep the blood circulating, I just probably won't last for very much longer. So I go to the gym and I go to the pool every day. I'm there from around 10 o'clock through to about 3 o'clock. Nice. So I generally, like today, I had a quiet day. I've only done 10 kilometers today. That was in the pool, and I did 5 kilometers on the bike, but I normally do 20 kilometers on the bike, and I and do maybe 10 kilometers in the pool. So, and then I do the weights as well. So I've got to keep that blood moving so that I'm keeping fit and well, and so I last a little longer.
Nice. Well, we've got somebody right here today from Warsaw, checking in from the 19th Annual International Frederick Chopin Piano Competition. That's cool, right? You don't get that on any other channel. Absolutely not. And question being asked by Lee Page, when's the album coming out? The album's out. It came out Friday. It's on some
here it is
called OOP, right?
Oob Records with Kathy Keller. She's a really, really good operator. If you go to Oob Records, you can order it through there. And I think there's other formats that you can get it on. I know she's got a distributor in America, so you could do that. So yeah, I mean, that's where it's available.
For you Americans out there, I do believe it is Ken Golden, right? Laser's Edge, I think, has
Laser's Edge. Yeah. So look, it's a really different album. The video that's out at the moment, "Show Me How to Love," is a really lovely video, and it really highlights the emotion of what that song's about. And as all of these songs, they've all got a really good story. I mean, I've got this album, and of course, I've just talked a little bit about breaking down the barriers, which I'll do a little snippet of a little later. But the thing with making new music is, like everybody you would probably interview and you see, like Steve Wilson, he's one of my favorites, as he probably with many. And Steve Wilson always explores, and he wants to do different concepts. He's got a very, very good mind. He knows, he's got a great ear, and he really experiments quite a bit. He's one of those guys that you go, he's very young, and he seems to be able to, take it to himself and create some of the most intriguing music. It's a great. I mean, I love him,
and people seem to like it. He is the leading light of the prog world, and his records actually chart on the regular UK charts. People actually fill venues to go see the guy. So he is one of the ones that we definitely hold up as the leader of the prog world. But that's all right. We've got Mark Trueack on the show, so
Well done, Scotty. Yes, he picks up an extra point for that.
So were you going to regale us with something else, Mark?
Yes, I'll do. I'll do. This one's only a few days old, so bear with me on this. But it's the idea. I love the idea of this and where it will go. So, and it will probably appeal to the real prog lovers as well. So just hang on a minute. I'll just get it up and ready.
That's right. In the meantime, while you're doing that, boys and girls, keep in mind, next Sunday, apparently it's just going to be me and Cody. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I think we might talk about Queen next weekend, but we'll figure that out. And then the weekend after that, the Sunday after that, October 26th, it's Jonas Lindberg. Oh, his new album is so good. It's called Time Frames. Jonas Lindberg and the Other Side. Even better than his last album, even though he got unceremoniously kicked off Inside Out. He did the right thing. He said, you know what? I'm going to put out an even better record than the one you guys dropped. You know, that's how you get at him. That's how you get back at the Paymasters. Show him who's the boss. Give him some real art. And then November, mark your calendars, boys and girls. We are not going to have a Sunday live stream November 16th. We are going to push it up a day. November 15th, Saturday. We're going to have Jim McCarty and Annie Haslam on the show as they talk about the final Renaissance shows. I'm so excited about it. It's going to be amazing. Last time Annie was on was absolutely the best, so I'm really, really excited to bring her back. We might even get Kevin for that show.
I'll be happy to come back for that one. I love Annie.
Kevin will come back for that one.
She was so cool.
All right. What do we got cooking, Mark?
Okay, here we go. Now I'll just give it the opening, because this first part will be like the theme of Breaking Down, the actual guitar piece, but it will have a lot more complements behind it as far as instruments. So French horns and stuff like that. So just have a listen to what I've done here. Whoa, whoa. Break down walls between men and women. Different backgrounds, different languages, a core of the rhythm, an urgency in time, an urgency in time. Let's focus on love, respect, and shared humanity. Be more patient, be more alert. And it will keep our sanity. Our world so long and distant. The difference is in the way we live. Sometimes it feels like a wall. The oceans in which we block. We're crossing borders to cultures, believing many religions, and the people struggle to live their lives. The barriers making decisions. Oh, break down barriers. Yeah, no walls between our hearts. No walls between our hearts. Break breaking down. There is warmth and beauty, yeah, a connection that bridges the gaps. It's hard to understand and communicate. It leads us all to collapse. Breaking down barriers, trying to find your way. And patience can be rewarding, but spend more time and listen to what is said. Carefully make our way. It helps us with the future ahead. Breaking down the barriers, no walls between our hearts. No matter where we are, we're stronger, not apart. Yeah, yeah, stronger, not apart. Breaking down the barriers. Oh, holding you back. We're stronger, not apart. We're stronger, not apart.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. People really like that. Peter Jones, not the same Peter Jones that's in Camel, but he liked your voice. Hey, speaking of Peter Jones, have you heard the new Andy Latimer?
Oh my gosh.
Kiefer shared that on the little PROG Corner Facebook thing, and I didn't even know that was out.
I shared it.
Was that you? I didn't even know that was out.
I said it's the best thing I've heard in the longest time. So
is he going to like actually release that as a real record? Or is
I emailed Peter and I said, you need to release that one. It could be a Camel album. It's so good.
It absolutely. Hey,
I said to Peter, you should release that because it's going to get lost just being this thing on Bandcamp. And it is so freaking good.
Yeah, it's going to get lost. I didn't hear it. And I wouldn't have heard it had you not shared it with me. I wouldn't have heard nothing about it. It just disappeared. And it's way too good for that. So check it out. Go to Andy Latimer's Bandcamp page. Check out his new one. It's
one
called,
song, one big long song. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really good, and of course, Peter Jones sings on it. So what else do you want, man? Not that Peter Jones. I think the new Andy Latimer is called War Stories. Zeb, I think it's called War Stories.
War Stories.
It's available on Bandcamp. Really, really good. Oh, our guest today was none other than Mark Trueack. Mark, you're sounding good, brother, for a guy that just turned 70.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Well, let me tell you, I mean, what you hear there is just the concept of it, the melody idea, and of course, going through to America from here, you're not going to get that. One day they'll create such an incredible software that no matter where you are, it'll be as good as
there you go.
It'll happen. Don't worry. It'll happen.
But think about it. One day that song will be produced. It'll be on an album. It'll be amazing. And people can come back here where Mark is saying, this was a song from 2 days ago, and he's going to bust it out. So that'll be pretty cool.
Or you never know. Kevin will have his Prague Radio Festival set up in the Grand Tetons. You never know. Anything could happen. Mark, any final words for our friends and family here on this live stream?
Well, yeah, look, only just to say that I'm very humbled my birthday wishes. It was I've answered every one of them as they come through. It's the only way to keep up with it all. And it's like, I'm very humbled by the follow. I think we've also, I think Kathy's been happy with the promotion that's going on, and I think what she's done has been extraordinary. And look, I hope you get copies.
Oh,
soon.
I will. Yeah, I'll get on that.
And we'll keep you posted on. I've given you a sneak peek of some of the Unitopia, but the juicy one. There's so much juicy stuff on these songs. It's just
I can't wait. And we talked about Unitopia a bunch of times, and we mentioned Chester a couple times, but I think it bears repeating. Yeah, there's been a bunch of people like, who's Unitopia? Well, if you don't know Unitopia, you probably know their drummer, right?
Yeah.
You probably have heard of that guy. You probably know Chester Thompson. So,
yeah, John's pretty well known around the traps.
John is known too. He's a godlike Chapman player. If you don't have Tony Levin, you might as well have Don.
Well, yeah, but there's the other thing too, is that what people forget is that John has come into the forefront since he's been with us, and it's helped him develop his sound. And he's gifted.
You know what, Mark? I'm going to cut you off right here. John Greenwood, Dr. John Greenwood, I'm angry with you. It ain't right that you can do two things to perfection. Have you heard this guy play guitar, Kevin?
Yeah, he's amazing.
Right, man. I've been playing
he's an inventor too, Scott. So he does a lot of things.
And I surely can't cure people with my healing hands, right? I mean, he's a doctor and an amazing guitar player. So yeah, I'm super jealous, and I don't like him.
Well, let me just say this: he's excelled on Women of Thailand. When you hear his solos in there, and the solos in Christmas Present, and the solos in the Edison's amazing. And The Day the Art Stood Still, which is a 20-minute epic, is amazing. Edison's 19 minutes. So these are and Don's written this song.
Really?
Which is a great song. Hang on, can I just play a snippet of it?
Go for it.
It's called Learn My Lesson, and it's just so cool. And here's Dr. John Greenwood.
Oh, yeah. Listen to that guy. He can play that gift fiddle. Absolutely, he can. No doubt about it. Oh, this was a great show today, people. We ran a little bit long, but when we've got a guest like Mark Trueack in the house, I don't mind not one little bit. I'm sorry for my low energy performance today. Homeboy's feeling a little bit under the weather, but thank you, Kevin, for joining us for the PROG Corner Unplugged, man. We will have you back soon, but you've got a lot of other stuff going on. So.
Let me just say one thing. The album, people should get it. It's very different than Unitopia and UPF and all that. It's his life. He puts the year. It's chronological. He has the year of each one. It's a great album. Amazing vibe to it. She's got a great vibe, groove to it. It's a perfect name in the title, Groove. But I know I've told this story on the PROG Corner before, but I don't know if I've ever told it with Mark actually hearing the story. And that is when I was first getting back into prog, I discovered Unitopia, and I'm in my car and I'm listening to The Great Reward. And I turn to my wife and I say, if I had that voice, I would move into a recording studio. I would sleep there. I'd spend 24 hours a day. I would do nothing but share that voice with the world. And I've shared that story a couple of times. And that's what I told her, because I absolutely love your voice. And at 70, it's still a great voice, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. And this is the best time to be a Unitopia fan because we've got Stephen Unruh in the band. We've got Dr. John Greenwood in the band. You got Chester Thompson in the band. You got Don Schiff in the band. I mean, these are names that if you're a PROG fan,
don't forget my brother in Sean Timms. He's the one of the most
you guys. I don't need to mention
underrated keyboardist on this planet. He is an amazing keyboard player. He really is.
Sean Timms. You know, when I think of Unitopia, I think of you and him. So it kind of goes without saying, right? So,
yeah.
A great stream today, guys. Thank you so much, Kevin. We'll see you soon. Mark, I'm really looking forward to digging into the album. I'll see you clowns next week when me and Cody are going to be talking about Queen. And then I swear me and Kiefer are going to do our Dream Theater episode here before too long. But, you know, I'm a busy guy. I can't keep it all straight. Anyway, I love you guys. Peace in the Middle East. Free Tibet, free Ukraine, free your mind, free beer, free Willie, and God save the King of Thailand. Oh, save that king. Yes, indeed. We're going to be marching up and down Bangkok, all up and down the Grand Square, giving praise to the King of Thailand. And then you know what we're going to do? There's a lot of snakes in Thailand, aren't there? Yeah, you know there are, Mark. Look out for them snakes. Oh, no, they're Thai snakes. They're even worse. Oh, they're way more dangerous, a lot more venomous. I was just told that snakes aren't poisonous. Who told me that? What a clown. Oh, I love you guys. I'll see you. Peace.
See you, buddy.
Bye.